Football Manager 2018. We're in Bulgaria with PFK Montana. Ooh, we got a lot to talk about. I decided to go a couple extra games, mostly because I didn't want to just bring us back against number 2 in the league on the road. So I thought we'd play two to the next home game. And I didn't check the dates. And yeah, it's been a little while. We have a lot to talk about. First of all, let's talk about the results. How have we done since the last game? So the last one I think we played was this one right here. This 2-0 win against Stara Zagora. And I said we could jump up as high as 4th if we won and Cherno Morvarna lost. Well, as it turns out, we were playing Cherno. So we beat them 2-0. And you can see right there, we played pretty well. Jean-Patrick and Miroslav Antonov with our goals. Did we even play Iliev? Was he just... Oh, no. At this point, we're just running Jean-Patrick as our primary starting striker. Then we come up here, Ludogorets Razgrad. 2-2 draw. They're number 1 in the league. Probably going to run away with it. They ran away with it last year, too. So, you know, away to the champions, I'll take a draw. I'll take a draw, especially considering we had a man sent off in the 2nd minute. We played with 10 men for 90 minutes and still got a 2-2 draw. You can see they took advantage of it early. They got a goal. We got one in the 46th, just coming into the second half. They instantly equalized, and then Coco got one in the 80th minute to just FM them. And yeah, I'll take it. You can see our defense wasn't particularly good, but somehow Iliev, in this case, stepped in and played spectacular all game, him and Coco up front. And we played very well with Georgiev as the supporting cast there. So moved on to Litex Lovech, one of the teams that got promoted with us. We were at home. This is a game we should have won, and we did. 2-win. Coco, again, with the goal in the 3rd minute. And then Jean-Patrick with another goal in the 72nd. They got one essentially in garbage time just to make it look respectable. Then we lost. Stavia Sofia at home. This was a game we just played badly in. Mihov in center defense and Yordanov as a defensive midfielder are the only reason this was even this close. We played badly. And we continued to play badly against CSKA Sofia. We got a draw. We got a goal. They got a goal early. We did nothing till very late. You can see Coco again played well. Iliev played well. Georgiev played well. But, you know, even with Iliev and Georgiev and Coco playing well up front, it still only amounted to 1 goal. So take that for what it's worth. Botev Plovdiv, another loss, 1-0. I think they were in 4th place at this point, and we might have been in 6th. We'll take a look at where we are right now. So, again, Yordanov played well. Everybody else was pretty much poop. Let's just call it as we see it, that one. So 2 losses there at the end after no losses in forever. So our unbeaten streak is well and truly over. And then we had the winter break. We played a bunch of friendlies, started off, again, in a little bit poor form, but we seem to have turned it on a little bit with 2 3-0 wins to round out the rest of the season. Because we have the mid-center break, that means we have some transfers. So let's take a look and see what happened. Our general manager was very busy. You can see 4 players out, including our starting goalie right there. I went on vacation until January 18th. Notice this happened on the 15th because we weren't doing anything. There's no training. I don't have any personnel decisions to make. There's nothing going on. So I went to vacation only to find out that the team was ready to riot because we traded away our starting goalie. And because I wasn't there to discuss it, then they wanted a team meeting, which I wasn't there for either, and it just snowballed. I really, really wish the game would automatically bring you back for things like that. Or that players would go, hey, we're on vacation. I can't talk to you because you're on vacation. Maybe you should wait till we come back. You know, something along those lines. But it is what it is. We survived it. And now look at... let's see. Let us look up. Here we go. This is where the players start to come in. So we got in Alexander Alexandrov on loan, 32-year-old defender right. So defensive right fullback. Looks very good, especially for 32 years old. Good pace and acceleration. Still great natural fitness of 17, which is why it does still look good at that age. aggressive, brave, determined. Work rate is spectacular. Really good long throws. And his dribbling is not bad. First touch is okay. Tackling and technique is okay. Probably our starter over there on the right side for a little while. We'll see how that goes. Next, Petr Chalikov, 20 years old, defensive midfielder. Physicals are not spectacular, but good mentals, and technicals are clearly coming on with Green for dribbling, marking, passing, and tackling. But really the strength of this player is his mentals. So hopefully we can bring up his physicals and see what happens there. At this point, I don't know. He clearly is going to get some play in the midfield. Although I believe we're fairly strong there for defensive midfielders. So, and here we go. This is the replacement for our goalkeeper. I'd actually had to bring in our backup who was listed as not needed, who we've been trying to sell all season, and make him first team and put him in there as the starter. I was worried a little bit, but our general manager came through. He brought in Eugene Borovic here. And you can see his physicals are spectacular despite being 13 years old. Although we are beginning to see a little bit of a dip there, but natural fitness of 15. So he is under contract until 6/30/2021. So we've got him for essentially the rest of this season and one more. Hopefully he hangs on for that bit. We do have some young goalkeepers with some potential that are on their way up. One of which who is at the moment, or until very recently, no, still is. We haven't sold our unwanted goalkeeper yet. He's about our fourth best goalkeeper, and he's demanding starting time. He's not even the best goalkeeper on the under-19s at the moment, and he thinks he should be starting on the senior squad. So we'll see how that plays out. But anyway, really happy with Eugene here. I think he's going to be very good. Obviously, the aerial reach, command, and communication. That aerial reach is only 10, despite the fact that he's 6 feet tall. But the physicals are good, and the vast majority of those technicals look excellent. So really happy to have him in. Georgi Stolchkov. Decent physicals. Defensive central defender or defensive midfielder. How about that? Oh, darn it. I'm watching the Raiders-Chiefs game in the background. I'm a big Raiders fan. We are getting absolutely embarrassed in this game, and I thought I was going to see a spectacular one-handed grab on the sidelines. Such was not to be. Anyway, young player, very good. You can see heading, passing, tackling, all a green. Marking's a 9. Good positioning, an 11 anyway. Teamwork, aggressive and brave, and decent anticipation. And, again, he's not fast, but we'll take it. So he'll get some play as well, I think. Martin Petkov. This is where things get interesting. Coco's played pretty darn well for us lately, but now he's got some competition on the left in a more traditional winger who's left-footed. And you can see, look at all the green on the technical side over there. Corners to heading, it's all green with decent passing and technique as well. Good flair, good off the ball, decent vision. That tells us he's going to be a very creative player over there on the left. And he's very determined on top of that. So at 18 years old, he's going to get better. He's going to play hard. That's a good personality for us to have. If he was a little bit faster, he'd be perfect. But, that's fixable. Physicals are things we can train. So I don't know, Coco. Petrorechev brought him in attacking midfielder, also left, but this is right-footed, so he's also playing inside forward like we've been playing right now with Coco. Clearly not to the level that Mr. Petkov is at the moment, but you look at that: 14 flair, 15 teamwork, 14 first touch, and 14 technique with a little bit more pace. He could be very, very good. This could be a great creative player out on the edge for us. So I don't know how much play he's going to get now. I think I'm going to put him on the under 19s for the moment. If I haven't already, squad, he is already. So whereas I believe Petkov is probably going to play on the senior squad for the moment, and we'll see how that goes. So do we have any people that we just let go? Free transfers. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for release players. Hristo Iliev, we did release on a free. He played defensive midfielder. Oh, no, attacking midfield. clearly that's why I don't remember him, because he never got any play time. 18 years old. I don't know. I mean, I guess he maybe could have done the job for the under-18s. I don't know. All right. For the moment, I've had to move Jean-Patrick back off of striker because his head coach called and yelled at me. Said, you're supposed to play him on the right. I'm not even supposed to play him on the left where Coco is. I have to play him on the right. So I played him at the right for all the friendlies. And at the end of the friendlies, the coach called again to yell at me again for not playing him on the right, even though I've been playing him on the right for the last 6 games. But I guess because they were friendlies, they don't count. And so we'd gone for like 2 months without playing him at his agreed position. That's my guess. Clearly that's not, it might not be a bug, but I'm sure that's not intended. I'm sure that it's intended to give you a certain amount of time to make the adjustment and see what happens. And in this case, it's not looking at the number of games played or league games that count essentially played. It was just looking at the time. It should probably look at the number of actual games played or competitive matches played, since you made that last comment, rather than looking at just time. That would be my guess. You see that there's some red here. We have had some injuries recently. And if we take a look here, are these by date by chance? You can see we've had a number of injuries here, some worse than others. So now that we're in February, it hasn't been quite as bad. 3 to 6 days, 7 days, 3 days. But you can see here Daniel Vasev out 10 weeks to 8 weeks, 10 days there. I guess it's not as bad as it felt like. But Iliev was out for 10 days. And then we lost Antonov right after that. In the game, he dropped to like 42% and then continued to drop. I was sure he was dead, like he'd lost a leg or something, was just hopping around out there on the stub. But it turned out to be fairly minor, bruised knee. So, but not terrible. Season summary really fast. Since we are at the end of that, we can take a look at total missed for us. 2 months is the worst, 5 weeks, 4 weeks, 4 weeks. So not the end of the world. And these injuries aren't terrible. 4.3. 2.5 is what the game says is what you should expect your average player to miss during the season. So I would say we are well ahead of that overall. And is that what they're going to say? 54% decrease in injuries compared to what we expect. So yeah, I think we're doing okay. So today, let's take a look at the lineup we have out there. We have a few changes. Jean-Patrick is injured. Now, why is he red? He's not injured at all. I'm confused. Oh, it's his parent club. I'm like, why is he red? There's nothing wrong with him. Okay, well, we can put Sergey in. All right, easy enough. That is fixed. So let's go ahead and take him out of there. As you can see, the Angel of Luck is injured. And anywhere from 1 to 4 days, but he's not ready to go today. Now, when I did a quick pick for the last friendly, just let the assistant manager pick who he wants to pick. It's worth doing every once in a while, just to kind of get a second opinion on what you've got going on. Is my goalkeeper out? Oh my God, he brought in a goalkeeper that's suspended. Okay. We have some more interesting challenges than I thought we were going to have. Now, there is an offer in for Alexandrov. He's actually already made it. Maybe? What's the TM? Transfer range. So yes, so he's leaving at the end of the season. Okay, but for now we can go ahead and play him. So let's go ahead and put him in there for now. And then we don't need him on the bench there. Let's knock these down. I'm sorry, I wasn't quite as ready as I thought I was. Whoops. Going forward here. Let's see. Who do I need? We probably need Yordanov. Yordanov should probably be starting. Ineligible. We got 3 players ineligible or suspended. And then the 2 injuries. We put Zonkov in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, wait. Let's see if we actually have players for all the positions here. Anyway, so they put Silov up there, and he played very well for us that match. So I say we give him another chance. Let's take a look at him. Really fast attacking playmaker. He's got good finishing, good first touch. Decisions are okay. He's got a little bit of speed. I don't know that he's going to continue to play well. Man, those numbers are not as good as I thought they were going to be. A good first touch is okay. He's got okay decisions, but yeah, I don't think he's going to stay up there. Vasev is injured. Georgiev, are we allowed to play Georgiev this match? We are. Let's put Georgiev up there. I think he's going to be a little bit better. He doesn't have the finishing, but I'm not asking him to be the finishing. I'm asking him to be the playmaker up here. I've got Coco on attack. I've got Sergey on. I had Sergey on attack. I don't think I want him as an. I think we're going to put him back as a winger, though. But you know what? I think we'll leave him on attack. He's got a decent long shot, 11. So we'll see how that goes. I was playing with Patrick on the right here as an inside forward because he's left-footed. Coco's right-footed. So they both become inside forwards. They're both on attack. They come in. I made our fullbacks back into wingbacks so that they'll provide some width up here as we lose it from this. Now, you'll notice we don't have the giant bar of orange up here. And that's because I took this position right here and I turned it into whatever the heck this thing is called, the segundo volante. So essentially, he plays from defensive midfield, but he then moves. He's an attacking defensive midfielder, essentially. And that took care of these two spots. So took care of some of the bright red, and it seems to be working overall. I've got Nedelchev and Mihov back here. Sasho, this is the nickname of Alexander Alexandrov. This is our 32-year-old right fullback. And then we've got Angel here on the left back from injury. I think I can put Kolev back in there. He's played well for us all season, gives us this connection right there. I do really like this. He also put in, interestingly enough, Iliev here. Christian Iliev, who is, I was thinking, what we saw up there, who'd been dumped, as opposed to the attacking midfielder, has been a youngster that has been on the way up for us for a while, and he's got good physicals and he makes great decisions. And that's kind of the extent of it. He's not bad. He's actually, what is he? Is he 18? He's 20 years old, a little bit older than I was thinking. I think we had to move him up to the senior squad this year. But he's not as good as I would like. So we could either play Yordanov there, who's played pretty well for us, as you can see there, or we can play Itov there. I think I'm going to go with Itov for right. I don't know. I'm going to go with Itov right there. I think that's what we're going to do. This is a primarily defense. Well, I don't know. 11, 11, 11. Yordanov. Yordanov is just slow. That's the only issue. But he's got good heading, good long shots, marking, passing, good vision. I think we're going to put Yordanov in. It's probably not a huge difference, but he's a lot better at set pieces, right, for headers and stuff like that, and does occasionally, I believe, actually. And of course, now that that's out, we can't get rid of it. Does Yordanov have some goals? I believe he does. He's got 2 goals off of that. Itov has 1. So I think that's mostly okay. We put Antanisov up here. This is our striker. Lots of defensive midfielders. Let's move a couple defensive players down here. So I've got some idea of what we've got going. So we've got Itov, who can fill in at defensive center. We've got Zonkov, who can fill in there. Yachov. We do have our young. I don't remember if he's young or not. Don't we have a new defensive center back? Is he already defensive left, defensive mid? Oh, Stoich. Was it this guy? Oh, he's ineligible, so it doesn't matter. So I think we're okay. We've got 3 players who can fill in on the defensive line, 3 players who can play in the midfield. We've got Zonkov and Antanisov who can fill in for our attacking mids, and Antanisov can be a striker. Iliev. Oh, Iliev. Take it back. We're going to put Iliev in for the striker. We'll use Antanisov as striker and attacking mid-left center. All that sort of good stuff. And I think we run with that for now. Man, that's a lot of talking. I'm sorry. We covered a lot of stuff, though. Okay, so team selection. I think this is what we're going with. Is Chalikov who we want there? Let's take a look at him really fast. Again, not fast. Anticipation's good. Flair's not spectacular. For somebody who I think he really needs some speed so he can play up. I just, maybe that's Itov. This is a position I really fight. I really struggle with. He's not very here. He's a little bit more creative. So I think for the player we want running forward, I think it's got to be there. My only worry is he's not fast, so maybe we put him in a bad position back there. But I just, I really, really struggle with this. Hriston, again, I really wish I had a more creative. Now we put Galen there. He's got some speed. Okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to put Yordanov back here. We're going to put Itov there, and we're going to bring Galen in here. I think something like that. Let's just hit submit before I question myself too much further. Auto number, submit, and see what we got. Uh-oh, one of my Raiders tight ends, Walford, is walking off. Our starting cook was off already. He didn't start because of injury, so we've lost both our decent tight ends. This is an embarrassing game just all the way around. He just didn't want to be out there anymore. That's what happened. He said, "You know what? I don't want my face seen on this game anymore. I'm going to go sit in the locker room." All right, both teams, great opportunity. We are prohibitive favorites here at home. We're supposed to crush them. I don't know what's going to happen. I thought I'd taken this off of. I think we're going to go on attack, actually. See if we can take advantage of that. I'd had it on control for some reason on the tactics screen, and we kept coming into games on control, and I didn't notice. And I haven't been a fan of control in 2018. I played it a lot in 2017, but I kind of think counter and attacking, and actually I've had really good luck on standard on this save, or in 2018 as well. Counter hasn't worked very well, or control hasn't worked very well for me. It seems to be about, I don't know. I don't know what it is about. It just doesn't work. I don't have a good set of numbers to back that up. It's just feeling. We're not playing very well. We've had 2 shots. They are dramatically controlling possession. I'm going to drop us back down to counter. See if we can turn that possession around. Because at the moment, the team that we're at home against a bad team, and they are completely outplaying us. Well, possession-wise. I mean, they haven't, until this highlight anyway, they hadn't scored. Let's see what happens here. Now, we've got some new pieces out there. I mean, it's not... There we go. Good job, Sergey. Antonov, little pause, gets taken off the ball because he just stood there and did nothing with it. Striker really is our biggest weakness right now. We just don't... I've got a lot of guys that... Got a lot of guys you can plug in there, but not a lot of guys that are good at it. Patrick was our best option, and with the head coach yelling at us... I'm really trying to run Antanisov as more of a support character, and we'll probably do the same with Iliev. But again, a target man who we need to stand strong in there and make things happen with no balance and who gets knocked down a lot is not your best option, you know. So it's hard to tell, but I'd love him to just be the support playmaker that makes things happen for those 2 inside forwards, of which we've only got 1 in. And Copper felt the need to make some noise there. So I think we're going to go assertive and show me something else, because that was bad. Has anybody been particular? Coco was bad, and Iliev was bad, or Antonov was bad. So we're going to put Iliev in. I do not know why it starts down here. It should start at the top. That's really annoying, guys. I got yelled at for being a negative the other day, and I have been, especially in the Journeyman. But some of these little things are just really annoying. They're not like game-breaking or anything. They're just annoying. That happens to be one of them. Man, Coco's been bad. Do we have the youngster on the bench? No. No, we don't. All we've got is Antanisov to put out there. So I guess we live with Coco here. We hope maybe putting Iliev up there will help. Dimov has not been spectacular either. Nobody has, but man, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. All right. We didn't really get any highlights out of that. Sasha over there on the defensive right. Of course, he had to have a weird nickname that's got nothing to do with anything. I'm sure it means something in whatever, Bulgaria. I don't think he's Bulgarian, actually. Look at that. Come on. There's no room for that in the game. Kick him off. That was terrible. Clearly an intent to injure. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Got rid of him. And just look at that. Two-footed lunge from behind. Yeah. Good call, ref. All right. Now maybe we'll move it up. I'm going to move it up just to standard because clearly from a possession standpoint we were doing horrible. So let's see if we can turn that around. No, that's the answer to that. No, we cannot. They're still possessing us. We're not moving forward at all. All right, we're going to the tactics screen. We got to do something. We're going to move these guys up. I'm not sure that this is going to do anything but confuse people. But this is what we're doing. Whoops. There we go. Let's see if we can get something going here. See if we can move the ball forward. Let's demand more. Let's go attacking. We are just in horrible form all of a sudden. We played fine in our friendlies. I really had hoped that we'd got things turned around, but they've got 10 men, and they're dominating possession and getting chances, and we're not doing anything, and I'm not a fan of just having the one guy back there. I'm going to move him up here too. Let's do this. Something like that. We'll make him a ball-winning midfielder. On support, though, and Dimov is coming off because he has not done anything for us. You're not going to be on automatic. Sergey's been bad. Do we have any subs left? We got one sub left. The question is, who do we put in? We put in Tanisov in. He's right-footed. He's got some speed. I think we put him in for Coco? Maybe we put Coco over here, and we put Antanisov in over here. Something like that. Let's give that a try. Whoops, confirm changes. There we go. Oh, I just can't believe we're getting our butt kicked by a 10-man team that we're supposed to crush at home. Oh, jeez. Nope. Still not able to get anything going. This team, I just don't know what happened. We're just in that funk. You know, you get that mid-season funk every once in a while, and I just don't know how to break out of it. I'd really hope that this was the game. A lower-ranked team at home, you know, after playing great in the last 3 friendlies, and not so much. Maybe bringing, you know, Patrick and stuff back in will help. You know, we are down 2. Come on, Georgiev. Make something happen. Don't make us... Oh, come on. That was another horrible penalty there, ref. He didn't have the ball, and he took him down in the box. How is that not a card and a shot? Well, we've come on a little bit here. We got a little bit more possession. We at least got a highlight of us. But clearly it wasn't the best game for us here, which is a little disappointing. And I think out of character at this point. I think the team's played very well. Like I say, we're on this little funk here going on. That, again, come on, at least yellow card him. Wasn't worth a yellow card, but I can dream. Yordanov puts this one up. Nope. That was it. Really disappointing, lackluster match for this team. We should have won this one. Like I say, especially with them down for, you know, about half the game. I think we can go aggressive on this one. I think they deserve it. We played badly. So transfer window for the rest of the week. We'll see if they make any more changes. Let's go ahead and take a look, see what, again, if we go quick pick, see what happens, see who he puts in there this time. Petkov, that's the new guy who I thought we should have had over there. He's left-footed. I'm not sure I want him as an inside forward, though. I'd run him just as a regular winger on attack like that, I think. So I think this really likes Chalikov. I'm not sure why. I mean, he's not bad. Excuse me. But he's not one of our players, and he's not spectacular. I do like Stolchkov. And he put Nitschev back over here instead of Sasha. Sasha, whatever his nickname is. Interesting. And he put Caesar in as the backup goalkeeper. Is he suspended again? How many games is he suspended for? My God, what does a goalkeeper have to do to get suspended for 2 matches? And why did we sign him? 33-year-old goalkeeper that's going to be suspended till he's 34. No, I think he'll be fine. It's just a tough couple matches for us here. So anyway, hope you're enjoying this one. Thumbs up if you are, thumbs down if you don't. Love to hear your comments. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.